Hi, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so nobody have joined today.
Let's just wait for a few minutes. So, did Prateek join, and then maybe we can begin.
Yeah, sure.
So, thank you guys for joining today's session. Please stay connected. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. Hi, Preeti. Hi, Prateek. Good evening. I've given you the speaking rights. Could you confirm for a minute?
Hi, hi. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hi.
Confirm.
Perfect. Perfect. Yes, can hear you. Neeraj, Prateek is here. Can you hear?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, hi Pratik.
Okay.
Can you hear my voice?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hi, hi, Neeraj.
Yeah. My voice. You can hear my voice, right?
Yes, yes, very clear.
Cool. We'll wait for a few seconds and we'll start.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
In the meantime, guys, if you have any questions related to today's topic, please feel free to post them in the comment box. We are constantly tracking them, and we'll take those up with Prateek once we officially kick off the session. Yes, Neeraj, let's start. People will keep joining in.
Yeah. Sure. Thanks, Rohan. Okay. So let's start. Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Paytm Money X Space, and today got a very interesting topic: momentum investing with Nifty 500, Momentum 50 Index Fund. I'm Neeraj Gogo, your host. And before I start, let me very quickly read out a disclaimer for the event. Investment in securities market are subject to market risk. Read all the related documents carefully before investing. Representations are not indicative of future results. All discussions are purely educational in nature and are in no way an advice or recommendation. Now, having said that, my guest today is Mr. Pratik Oswal. He's the head of passive funds at Motilal Oswal Asset Management Company Limited. So it's a great pleasure. Pratik, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Neeraj. Excited to be here. Thanks for hosting this and looking forward to our conversation.
Thank you. Okay. So Pratik, we have broken down whole program today into few segments. The first, we are going to talk about general market as a whole. Then we are going to talk about the investing style, and then we are going to get down into the topic today. And again, as we said, it's a very interesting topic. That is Nifty 50 momentum, Nifty 500 momentum 50. So first, starting with today we got an exciting market. In fact, today we got seen all the small cap, mid cap, large cap. They have rallied nicely. In fact, currently we are going through a very critical period of time. Geopolitical uncertainties and macroeconomics developments in US and interest rate cut, oil prices, and we have seen a good rally in 2023-24 so far. So, how do you think going ahead, Pratik? Do you think that rally is going to continue as a whole? What's your view as a whole in the market, Pratik? Over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Neeraj. Yeah, so basically we've had a wonderful 2 years in the market. I think
Yes.
obviously the good thing about this run in the market is that this is one of the bull runs where we've also seen excellent uh, you know financial performance by companies, especially in the mid and small cap domain.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that is sort of aided the bull market, and we believe that obviously markets have risen, but so have valuations. So
Mhm.
I think what we've seen is that unlike the previous bull markets, which were for example, we had the last big bull market in 2017, 18. But there, what happened was, corporate performance was not that great, so the markets were just going on highs. So markets have become very
Mhm.
expensive. Whereas in this market,
Mhm.
there has been a good support from companies, and what we've seen is that broadly the market performance would be in line with corporate performance. So if Indian corporates are growing at say 15 to 20% a year, then that would be somewhat similar to what people should expect from the stock market also. So I think overall,
Absolutely.
I think despite global headwinds, higher interest rates in the U.S., global slowdown, especially in Europe, and obviously, we do feel that also the slowdown in China. I think India has been the standout market, and now we're seeing a lot of global flows coming to India as well. Also, the number of retail participation in India has gone up dramatically in the last 3 years. We're seeing number of demat accounts swell to about 15 crores from about 3 to 4 crores just 4 5 years back. So overall, I think the market is really helping a lot of investors, and we believe that at least corporate performance looks stable. We believe that over the next 2 3 years is again going to be amazing for corporate performance. Yes, as someone who's been part of the market for a while, we would love to have a normal sort of, like a flattish sort of market, so that, we do see performance catching up with the stock prices of companies. So I think that is something which, will happen hopefully this year or next year. But yes, I think,
Mhm.
expects market to, obviously rally, but maybe not in the same way as it, has been rallying for the last 2 years. So maybe a little bit tepid, but, we expect, good support coming from investors as well as for companies.
Absolutely. I think lot many things are changing now. The domestic investment, the investment behavior, lots of things are changing, going in favor of Indian market. In fact, as you said, it's a India growth story. India shining. India is the shining spot in the world economy today, and this is a transformational kind of rally that you have pointed out earlier in my conversations with you. Now again, when I talk to some investors, friends of mine, people are having portfolios of stocks. They're saying that the market is at all-time high, but somehow our portfolios are not performing as in the same way. So, what do you think? Where, as a retail trader, a retail investor who is looking forward to participate in India's story, India growth story, so what is the best way? Is it that they can directly go and get into exposure into equities, buy stocks, or other way they can participate? Which is the best way according to you, Prateek?
Yeah, so I think equities is obviously where you want to be, and I think unlike again a lot of bull markets where retail investors have come in a little bit late. This is one
Mm-hmm,
of the few bull markets I've seen where there's been a lot of wealth creation. A lot of retail investors who
mm-hmm,
came post COVID. When obviously things were not going in, and I think stock market was one of the few things that were rallying. I think a lot of investors who come in to 2 3 4 years ago have actually created a good amount of wealth.
mm-hmm.
This is assuming that they've obviously been long-term investors. What we've seen is that
Correct.
investors ideally, should look at stocks, should look at mutual funds, and every single mutual fund, regardless of sector, size, category, have performed extremely well, especially in the
Mm-hmm,
small and mid cap domain where the rally has been a lot higher. So I think market at all time high is not something which investors should worry. I think investors should worry, because obviously there's always going to be, in a bull market you'll always have a market high every month on month. But
mm-hmm.
waiting for a correction is something which we don't recommend because it's very hard to predict markets. So we believe that if
Absolutely.
you're wary of valuations, then maybe you can take a staggered approach towards the markets. What we've seen is that even if you come in at the exact top of the market across
Mm,
cycles,